That'd be cruelty.
I mean, you're not wrong. Alright, OBS is streaming. Waiting for YouTube to pick up. YouTube has picked up.
Oh my god. Does that mean we are on tape delay?
It means we are live.
Oh, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the ERA Sunday Championship Season 19, Round 4 here from Indiana. No, wait. Here getting immolated. No, anyway, I am very attractive, and with me, as always, is the man who will now sing to us Bolero in its original Klingon format, Michael Magus.
You do not want that on so many levels.
Why not?
Because you don't. Oh, hey, Thomas Boris is in the field today. Good to see him.
Boris
Hopefully
the
he's sorted out
Spider.
his connection issues. Just filling in the blanks on my spreadsheet where I can. Yeah, round 4 of the championship here at Imola, a site of many, many, many horrible things. Mostly the 1994 Grand Prix of San Marino, which was a dark day for the sport. we'll put it that way. Okay. We're just waiting for free practice to wrap up here. We'll head into qualifying, and you know the deal. We'll talk about the Iron Championship. We'll talk about the Bronze Championship. We'll talk about all the things.
That does sound delightful.
That's the
I
plan.
just figured out that I could do a pop-out chat on my web browser, so I can move chat around.
That's handy.
I could put chat and Discord on the same monitor.
Oh, it seems like the admins are having a conversation in chat there.
It's going to be a rumble.
JJ's. Let's see here. Let's go take a look at Thomas Hagen here and see if we can.
Hammerhead.
Oh, he's spinning around in the pit lane. That is. That would probably be the answer. It's a good thing. Kids, don't do this in real life. But in ACC, there is no contact in the pit lane, so it is what it is.
Ha! Sweet. Now I have Discord and YouTube chat on the same monitor, independent.
Nice.
Like, I am happy with this. This tickles a particular part of my brain.
You enjoy this. It's good.
Indeed. Well, I had 3 monitors. Little inside baseball for those at home who give a shit. I have 3 monitors. So on the left-hand monitor, I have like chat, I have Discord, I have TeamSpeak. And the central monitor is where the business gets done, i.e., I'm playing a video game, I'm working on something, and or streaming Parsec, so I can watch what Mike sees. And then on the right-hand monitor, I have that's the entertainment. That's the party monitor. That's where like YouTube happens, and I watch things, and whatever, or a movie. If I'm sitting around watching a movie or a TV show with people's, all that happens on the right-hand monitor. So to have YouTube, where also chat exists, on the right-hand monitor, all the way so far away from my left-hand monitor, where the chat is supposed to happen. Now that's all fixed, and I feel good about this.
This is good. I have a similar setup. The right-hand monitor is Discord plus my Opera GX, which is where I control the stream over on YouTube. That's on there. And then on the... I also have a track map, and that's also where my spreadsheet lives. And then on the left-hand monitor is ACC Race Control plus OBS. And then in the middle is, of course, the game.
Not the game.
Not the game we die for. I did put together a really good air ball team around Allen Iverson. I'm very proud of myself. We will be given a tour of the track here by JJ Zimmerman. I think people probably know this track pretty well. It's actually got some... Let me put it this way. I remember all the turns. We're going to find out. We're going to find out if I still do. but I think I remember all the turns. We'll see. But as always, we're gonna do a lap on board. Still wish that the ACC race control had an actual like driver cam. This is the passenger cam. It's the best I got.
Baby on board.
All right, here we go. One lap of Imola, flying with JJ Zimmerman. Turn 1, I'm sure, has a name. No one's ever bothered to tell me what it is, because that's turn 1 right there. It's just full throttle. So it's not really all that important. Then we head down to turn 2 through 4, which is the Variante Tamburetto. Variante being the name for turn. Into the next section here, we have the Variante Villeneuve, named after the late Gilles Villeneuve. I'm sure Tamburello is named after someone, I just don't actually know what. Then we head into the tight turn of Tosa. Now, I do think I have failed my challenge of remembering all the turns, because there's a little, like, full throttle thing here, right here. I don't know what that's called. This is Piratella. And then we head down to what I think is Byron's favorite corner on the track. Aqua Minerale. Up the hill.
I'm having weird problems with my press to talk today. I was about to make crunchy water joke, but that's all gone now.
And then we have Variante Alta. I think, okay, now I do think Variante Alta is no longer called Variante Alta. I think it's been renamed at some point. But it was Variante Alta when I learned the corner, and I'll be honest, it's not changing. Then we head into Ravazza, which is a two-parter right-hand turn here. Or left-hand turn. Boom, boom. There used to be a Variante Bassa here, which, funny story about Variante Bassa, which is not there on this layout. It was the part of the track that the EA Sports F1 games could not get right, because the pit lane entrance was right there and there's a heavy braking zone. So the AI would crash there like every time you did a race around it. Like there'd be a pileup every single goddamn race. They'd be fine. They basically would be fine until they had somebody trying to do a pit stop. And then someone would try and do a pit stop, and it would cause a pileup. You were pretty much guaranteed a good result if you just finished at Imola racing against the AI. Because I think one race I did in Formula 1 99 to 2002 career mode, it got down to it was just me and Jos Verstappen still running.
Gentlemen, start your beverages.
JJ put together a good lap. He is on pole ahead of Steve Tetley, Roy Cunningham O'Leary, D. Hines, Chris Stancer, or returning Chris Stancer. Welcome back, Chris. Willem Stein, and Jesse Diekman. In the Iron Championship this season, Steve Tetley leads the way with 54 points. It is 32 for Roy Cunningham O'Leary and Matthew East. Stipo Krakic is on 30. I don't see Stipo or Matthew East here today, so it's not great. A good day for Roy Cunningham O'Leary, I suppose. And then it is Willem Stein on 24 points, followed by 24 points for Hugo Grippin and also Rigo Bacardi. I need to reorder that because Bacardi should actually be ahead of the other two because he has the tiebreaker. And in fact, Stein should be at the back of that pack because Grippin has the tiebreaker over him. So it should actually be Bacardi, Grippin, Stein. I have Stein, Grippin, Bacardi. Then it's JJ Zimmerman, D. Hines, Chris Stancer, Jesse Geekman, Burnt Toaster, and JT, who... Chat over under. JT joins 19 and a half laps into the race. That's the call.
Oh, I'm going with over.
It's going with the over.
Over, baby.
Okay. Zimmerman's still in pole position. Good lap going right now for Roy Cunningham O'Leary. Could move him up a little bit, but not threatening pole or anything. In fact, JJ's actually a half second up on his own lap time right now. So he's about to make a statement here. He's like, camera guy, follow me. You're not even going to look at any other car. You're just going to look at me. I am the center of the world right now. But let's do a quick livery check. Make sure everybody's working fine. Willem Stein's got a new livery today.
Willem, you seem like half the man you were last week.
Yeah, Chris Stancer. He finally fixed his name. Cardi. Yep. All the irons have functioning names. Oh, I see that JJ's gone up to a plus 9/10 of a second and it is illegal. I think he fucked up Variante Alta.
You fucked up. You fucked up.
So we're gonna go with Roy Cunningham Olaire, who's currently 7/10 up on his prior lap. This should be... Well, the irony is, of course, he's 8/10 behind the next car, so he actually would still be 4th at this pace. Picking up some time, He might have a shot at 3rd or 2nd here. Let's see. Coming to the line. And nope. Not good enough. 0.493 off of pole. So no improvement in position.
In chat we have Roxanne, and she's put the green light on for good luck and good jokings.
Indeed. Willem Stein is also across the line with an improved lap time. Chris Stancer is going a little bit faster as well. Shouldn't move him up any, but you know, we always like to show people doing their best, doing improvements, doing things they hadn't done before, even if it is still going to be just 6th place. The man who is ripping it up right now, oh my god, Rigo Bacardi is in the 1st sector and already up over a 2nd. Good lord. Rigo, were you just like absolutely messing up Variante Tamburello on every lap previous to this? Like, that's the only thing I can think of.
Bacardi green flavor.
Down towards Aqua Minerale, which feels like a very Bacardi product.
What would Bacardi green taste like? We got Bacardi, we got Bacardi white, we got Bacardi dark, isn't there like a spiced rum, which is like a golden, I think?
Yeah. I mean
Bacardi green cabbage.
Green when it comes to liquor tends to be green apple.
Cabbage flavor.
No, sir. Bacardi is not Eastern European.
Broccoli flavor. I don't know what Motul makes, but I bet you can't drink it.
Oil, I think.
Oh, maybe you can drink it then. There's back in my day, when I was a child growing up, there was a fake beer. I think it was like one of the first fake beers or like non-alcoholic beers on the market. And they went on a full blitz press run. And their slogan was, and they had this in commercials where the dude would sing, what beer drinkers drink when they're not drinking beer? O'Doul's. And that was like the sting. So whenever I see Motul, it makes me think of that, and I don't know why. And I just had to say it out loud.
Motul specializes in synthetic oils. So I was correct. They are a French company.
We got Bearded X Badass in the chat. Or is it Bearded Multiplied Badass?
T1 is not Variante Tamburello Bearded X Badass. That's just the first braking zone. Turn 1's that little kink.
That's Variante Tambourine.
Maybe.
Name is
answers in the chat. I need names for turn 1.
Steve.
Bacardi's on another good one here. He's up another half second, so this should move him up to 5th place as it stands. D. Hines has popped up into 3rd. So we have 8 iron drivers today. The bronzes, by the way, have been released, but we are finishing up the iron session here before we head into them. Yeah, Variante Tamburello is technically turn 2. Turn 1 is just that little like full throttle curve. This is a very good lap. This might be 2nd place. It is 2nd place for Rigo Bacardi. Very nice. The final lap for the irons will belong to D. Hines, and looks like he bailed on it at the end. Stop Possum not improving, so it will be JJ Zimmerman with his second pole position of the season. He had pole at Silverstone as well.
Was D Hives too far behind?
He was in the green, so I don't know why he bailed on it. I think he could have probably gotten second place. All right. We have 5 bronze drivers today. We got Robert Stoltz in the Turk Ferrari. We've got Pat Fortune for Stunt Possum. Robert Volt in the Porsche. Lucio Condi is yet to lead the pits. He's in a Porsche. And Jos van de Velde in the Van Nel Racing McLaren. Championship standings for the bronze category coming in today. Lucio Condi with a perfect 3 for 3 with 3 wins and 3 races. He is leading the championship on 55 points. 41 for Jos van de Velde, 40 for Pat Fortune, and 38 for Robert Stoltz. So they're having a grand battle for second place. Robert Volt on 24, Michael Taylor on 16, and Tyler Scott on 0. I do believe that Michael Taylor and Tyler Scott have signed out for the series, unfortunately.
Why?
Well, Michael Taylor was having some problems internet-wise with it properly connecting to the server. It caused that attempted homicide at Spa. I think at that point he was like, I'm just gonna bow to the sidelines. Tyler Scott, I assume, it's just like a scheduling conflict of some kind.
Fair enough.
Tyler is, if I recall correctly, a father. I was given the whole Scott family tree at some point, and I just don't remember it. And it's not just Scott family tree, because I think Robert Stoltz is like an uncle in that family as well. Basically the Turk / Crazy Rabbit's South African racer family, and I believe Tyler Scott is the father of a couple of them. So perhaps one of the kiddies has something on Sundays now. You never know.
Well, it's time to sell them off for parts then.
As speaking of that family, Robert Stoltz to the pole position. We have a legal lap from Pat Fortune. Good enough for third place for the Stunt Possum. Yeah, see, that's turn 1, and then this is Tamburello. See? I am somewhat validated to know that no one else seems to know the name to turn 1, so I'm not alone.
Turn 1 is named Bartholomew.
Bartholomew. Is named Byronicus.
No, maybe, probably.
I was watching a Poland Ball cartoon before we went live, like a little bit ago. And it had the Roman ball, and everything just adds ikas onto the end of it. He was arguing with the Greek ball, and it was like, "Fuck you, kiss." And then Britain comes in and tries to play peacemaker. He's like, "Listen, you're both in NATO. It's all cool." And they're just like staring at him, like blankly. And he's like, "America wants us to go to war with Iran." They're just staring at it blankly still. I mean, Parthia. Fuck Parthia! It's a pretty good lap going for Pat Fortune here. Should put him up in his second place. He's up 6/10 on his time. Volt needs to make his car go top 10 ASAP. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Mach 10, not top 10.
Mach 10.
I have to apologize. Mio can only read
that
Cyrillic.
Mach 10 gets you into the top 10.
Only if you corner good.
Well, we'll find out. Here he is. Coming up to Variante Alta, which honestly, just getting through this legal is like a huge victory, because those curbs will murder you. They will do bad things to you. I would say this track has, two areas that can murder you, which is Variante Tamburello and Variante Alta. And then it has 2 additional spots where it won't murder you because of the runoff and so on, but you need to get them right, and that's Aqua Minerale and Variante Villeneuve. If you can get those 4 areas correct, you're probably Okay, Robert Volt going 5th fastest by the way. We have a new pole sitter as well as the McLaren of Jos van de Velde has hit the front. Jos has hit 2 pole positions this season, pole in Silverstone and pole in Hungary, but was unable to turn those into appropriate results because Jos has had a problem with penalties. He's had a lot of problems with penalties. He's had drive-thrus for track cuts. He had some weird penalty at the beginning of the Hungaroring race, which I don't think we ever got an explanation for. But it is what it is. And Robert Stoltz takes the pole back. So Robert Stoltz looking to make a statement today, it looks like. He's coming off back-to-back podiums. 3rd place in Spa, 2nd place in Hungary. These are, of course, just bronze podiums, of course, not overall podiums. He has been mounting a charge up the charts. Would love to get 2nd place in the championship. I mean, he would love to win, but beating Lucio Conti this season is proving to be exceedingly difficult. Pat Fortune's got a good lap going. Lucio Conti, speak of the devil, he's up about a half second on his time, which would be good enough for 4th place at the moment. Representing the Bronze Age Racing, the Medusa. I feel like if we're doing Bronze Age Racing, the Whirlpool Monster should probably be on the car. I feel like that has more of a speed racing thing.
Was it Charybdis or Cirilla? I can't remember.
I forget. A Charybdis, I think, is the Whirlpool. I think. Could be mistaken.
It has been a while since I read up on that page. It's been a while. Sorry, what?
It's been a while since we commentated entirely sober.
These may be true statements.
These are true statements. Actually,
in other news,
I kid. I don't get drunk on alcohol when I do commentary. I'm just drunk on life at this point, or a lack of sleep. That would be a big one. If you guys watch the 2 last Drive for Deeds, which I did commentary for the whole thing of, those involved me getting up at 4 a.m. my time. That was a thing.
Well, I only got like 3 hours sleep last night anyway, so I'm kind of in that boat. I
got a pretty good night's sleep. See, I went to bed about 3 a.m. my time, which was ill-advised, but I got up at 11, so that's 8 hours. Woke up a couple times during the night because I'm an old man with a body that is like trying to murder myself. And really good lap going for Condi, so we'll follow Volt to the end here. He's got a slight improvement. Might display Zimmerman. Quite. Here comes Condi. He's 9/10 up. This would be pole. This should be pole.
But what if he was 10/9 up?
And it is. Lucio Condi snagging pole. The Silvers have been given the go-ahead to roll. I'm not sure if Robert Volt has one more lap in him, but he might. We'll pick him up as he might have the final say here. Depends when he got across the line, I guess. No. He should. This should be legal. He should have had like 1 or 2 seconds left on the clock. But I had a weird ankle thing last night, so that woke me up a couple times.
No, I just couldn't sleep.
When I say weird, I mean I think I injured my Achilles while I was helping my sister move.
Your legs are just going to fall apart.
I told you this, and I think I've told the stream as well. I was carrying nothing important, like a couple boxes down the stairs. Just misplaced the foot and went tumbling a little bit. Didn't hit the ground, didn't fall entirely, but I did roll my ankle, something fierce, and it was bugged me the rest of the day. And then it went away. But lately, there's been this flare of right around the Achilles of oh god, it's like an electric shock. Ugh, ow.
Oh yeah, I've got that occasionally. I did something to it when I was playing sports back in high school, and every random amount of time, it'll be like, hey, you can't walk on that foot now.
Oh, into the pits goes Roberts. He's bailing on that lap. All right, who we got today in the silver category? We got Kerry Patton. We have Bearded X Badass, who was in chat. We got Caden Scott. We have Adrian Maru. Thomas Hagen, who was doing Victory Donuts in the pits earlier. Hobart Rallywell. Returning Thomas Boris. Welcome back, Thomas. And Idris Cahill. Championship was. Richard Oakes, the championship leader, appears to not be here today. Interesting, but he's on 49 points. Hobart Rallywell's on 42. So, barring any kind of like horrible things, there's what, 9 of them today? I'm not going to say Rallywell's going to take the championship lead, but if he finishes 6th or above, he'll overtake Richard Oakes. Thomas Hagen's on 35 points, Caden Scott on 34. Then it is 24 for Adrian Maru, 18 for Bearded X Badass, who was our winner from Hungaroring. Idris Cahill's on 16, 12 for the absent Juan Cloty. Then it's Keenan Dyke on 12 as well. Thomas Wong on 10, Boris on 7, and Patton on 6. Oh! Richard Oakes heard us. He's been summoned.
Dun, 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 dun.
The Rust Bucket is here.
Oh, le Rust Bouquet.
So our initial pace setter is going to be Adrian Maroon. Of those on a legal lap, he is the closest to the finish line. As he makes his way through Variante Monza. Bearded X Badass is up ahead of him, but he has violated track limits at some point, and as a result, it's not on a legal lap.
Bearded former badass.
Bearded X Badass does have a tendency to overpush a little bit. He's been one of those high illegal lap kind of guys, which, hey, you know what? When you're in qualifying, who cares? There's no track limit violations happening. There's no penalty being incurred. You're just invalidating your laps. Now, I've said this a couple of times, I would probably put a banker in before I start doing, like, the really pushing, push. Bearded X Badass, never mind. Race control was wrong. His lap was apparently illegal. There you go. Place.
Yes.
Scott coming across the line. Good enough for 5th. Next one will be Hobart Rallywell. In the Emile Frey Red Bull Racing Ferrari.
Maggle, have you seen the clip of Spider-Man beating the shit out of white supremacists today?
I have not, but that does sound like a good thing.
It is entertaining. The dummies are in the back of a pick-em-up truck with signs and a big old crucifix and yelling in microphone or the megaphone. And Spider-Man comes leaping up over the hood of the truck and over the cab and starts throwing hands, just cracking motherfuckers. It is fantastic. Dummy's going to learn one way or the other. If you're going to be stupid, you better be tough.
Yeah, it's generally speaking a solid way of looking at life.
And I think he almost got away, but I do believe the police may have nabbed him. Don't take off the mask. Those are the rules.
Thomas Boris coming to the line. By the way, Hobart Rallywell to the top of the timesheets.
Virtually.
And now Thomas Boris to the top of the timesheets.
I like the Tomas Boras color combo. It's very understated. I like it.
I do miss his old car, though. I do miss his old car.
What that is?
He was the Cheetos chili car.
Oh, right.
It was definitely a lot bolder than this one. This is definitely more subdued. But I like it. I do like it. Hobart Rallywell looking to take pole back as he works his way through Ravaza. At the moment, he is on pace to do it. But he is losing time coming out of Ravaza, so not a good exit. I think it's going to cost him. Should still be 2nd place. Yeah, slight improvement. 102 off of pole. Hobart Rallywell looking to take the championship lead here today, although Richard Oakes is here, so he'll have a hard time doing it. He'll need a couple people to beat. He'll need to get a couple of people between him and Oaks if he's actually gonna pull this off. Idris Cahill's got a good lap going. Currently in 9th place. His pace at the moment would put him up into 7th place. So he can improve a little further. And he is improving. So might be even better than that. Thomas Hagen behind him is also doing a good lap. So we'll pick him up after Idris is done. Through Avaza we go. He's currently 6/10 up, which is flirting for pole. Good exit. Ah, bad exit. He's losing a little bit of time. Still,
What's this about Brexit?
should be competing for a top 3. 3rd place it is. Thomas Hagen coming to the line. Should be 7th place is my guess. 6th place, never mind. Slightly better. Really anything good going on right now. A couple of invalid laps, and I guess Caden Scott, you are the man of the hour. He's up about 1/10 of a second right now. Which, I mean, given that he's only 255 off, like 255 thousandths of a second off pole is not bad.
It is admirable.
It would not take much to get him into that pole conversation right now. Very tight field, actually. We've got 10 cars within a second of each other at the top of the field. And the overall stretch is only 3.2 seconds. In fact, we have 17 cars within 2 seconds of each other, which is very impressive.
What's that in parsecs?
Given that parsec is an unclear measurement of time and or distance, I do not know. Ooh, very good run through Alta. Caden Scott is currently a half second up. This would be pole. Caden Scott was on a mission at Hungaroring. He took pole. A drive-through penalty kind of robbed him of win, dropped him to 4th place. But he's got the pace right now. Him and that Ferrari are enjoying a very one-for-one relationship right now. And indeed, that is going to be pole for Caden Scott. For the time being. We got 40 seconds to go. So, we got people out there. But Thomas Boris would have to step it up. And the only other person with a shot would be Idris Cahill. Sorry, stream guys. I just nudged a plate that... There's essentially always a plate on my desk. Being real honest here.
Like a license plate? Are you stealing those things?
No. Like a plate for food. Oh, invalid lap for Boris. All right. Cahill is the only obstacle left for Caden Scott. Right now, he's in the green, but he's not that in the green. He's only about a 10th up. Can he do it? Can he get a real good run here through Variante Alto? That's a good run. That was 0.2 of a second right there. He's 0.3 up. This would be good enough for 2nd place as it stands. Through Ravazza. We've seen Ravazza make or break a lap. He's got a good exit. It's going to be real close. Idris Cahill to the line. 2nd place. 40.043 off of pole. Caden Scott, you have pole.
Cha-cha.
So pole positions for JJ Zimmerman, Lucio Condi, and Caden Scott. That's a point apiece. Hillican. Let's see, what's our best cam for the grid walk today? Probably Helican. We've got
Perp walk.
penalties. We got penalties being applied. These are the success ballasts for basically previous results. These will be time penalties that will have to be served at the pit stop. Hobart Rallywell getting 5 seconds. Bearded X Badass getting 10.
Lucio Conde with 13 weeks.
I was going to say, Lucio Conde definitely going to get a penalty. He's won all 3 races this season. We do believe in trying to even the playing field out a little bit.
Lucio Conde's been assessed a success penalty of 32 months.
That would be a bit much. I feel like no one would. I feel like people would not come back at that point. That would be too much. Pardon me, yawning for the stream. Byron's on push to talk, so I can filter what he hears, but like the stream doesn't have that capability. Well, it has that capability. I just don't do it because sometimes I want to talk to the stream and not to Byron.
Wow, man! I'm gonna sit here and enjoy my cinnamon biscuits and pizza.
I mean, the actual answer is that I'll be streaming later and I'll push talk on and not realize it. Like that's the real answer. The real answer is laziness.
That's fair. Either way, I'm having cinnamon biscuit.
Now I did put push talk on when I was doing the enduro race, like the Drive for Dean stuff, because I got up multiple times to go just stretch and get food and a snack and stuff. So tried to pick points of the race where there was not really a lot happening.
Mm-hmm.
We got a Ferrari on pole. We got a Lamborghini on pole here in Italy.
We do these commentaries between 11 a.m. and usually around 1:30 p.m. my time. So I usually have a snack as well, just on standby. And luckily enough,
I have a beverage on standby. Today, we're back to the classic, Byron. It's No Name Beach time.
oh baby, peach drink. I also am having peach drink. I'm having a white peach liquid ivy with homemade cinnamon biscuits.
Did you know, Byron? Skill testing.
Yeah.
That Imola is the track that has hosted the most different Formula One Grand Prix.
No, I did not know that.
It has been the home of the Italian Grand Prix. It has been the home of the European Grand Prix. It's been the home of the San Marino Grand Prix. It has been the home of the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. Oh, Idris Cahill has disappeared to the pit lane. Idris, you earned that or you earned that front row start, and you've just kind of given it away. What's the deal here? All right. Well, Caden Scott will start from pole. Who's joining him on the front row is a little bit hazy now because Cahill has gone to the pit lane, but he was second. But it'll probably be Thomas Boris now in the McLaren 720S, the number 10 car. After him, it is the 444 or 445 of Hobart Rallywell. Please pardon the random blue bar at the bottom of my screen right now. There, it's gone. I don't know what caused that. Starting from P4 will be the Honda of Kerry Pattinen, by virtue of the fact that the second place car is not starting from the grid. Thomas Hagen will start P5. Joining him on row 3 is Lucio Conde in the Porsche. Bearded X Badass and Robert Stoltz are row 4. Ford v Ferrari row 4. Let's go. Jos van de Velde will start from P9 in the McLaren 720S. The Lamborghini Huracan of Pat Fortune joining him on row 5. Richard Oakes in the championship-leading Rust Bucket Porsche will start from P11, followed by Adrian Maroon in the second of the 2 Hondas. Then it is J.J. Zimmerman, starting from P13, the Iron Championship pole sitter. We lost a car. We'll try and figure out who it is down the stretch here. Rigo Bacardi will start 14th in the Nissan. Robert Volt, P15. D. Hines, P16. Roy Cunningham O'Lear, P17. Willem Stein, P18. Chris Stancer, 19. And Jesse Diekman, 20th. And the pit starter from Idris Cahill. 2, 3, 4, 7. It's not a bronze driver. It's not a silver driver. It's got to be an iron driver we lost. Is there a name that you recall, Byron, that you do not see on the tower right now?
Not off the top of my head.
I'd like to figure out who it was. Oh, Steve Tetley! We lost Steve.
Steve the Teetotaler Tetley.
The championship leader has left connection to the server. Hopefully he returns. Is the nice thing about this game that not all racing games have is you can get back in. So if he can figure out the source of his problem, he can rejoin the race. And hopefully he does.
Try to put the kettle on, trip the breaker.
Could be. It would be a fitting way of doing that. Looks like the game is just going to leave that spot for second place just open. You can see how nobody's running beside Caden Scott. So that's a huge advantage for him. That gives him the whole track to work with. So Idris Cahill's pit lane start is going to be a big blessing for the pole center as we wait for the green flag to come down here.
Green line.
And we are off. Leading the way from the start is Caden Scott, but it's a very good start from Thomas Boris. He's up alongside him, heading into Variante Tamburello. But the inside line will go to Caden Scott, and he will pick up the spot. Hobart Rallywell in third, followed by Thomas. Oh, Rallywell gets in the back of Boris.
Oh, boy.
Thomas
Rally
Boris is off.
sufficiently.
A couple other cars are off in the carnage. This has worked out real well for Caden Scott. He's in the lead, followed by Hobart Rallywell, Thomas Hagen. Kerry Pattonden's in fourth. Richard Oakes is up from 11th to 5th. This is insane. In fact, he's going to get fourth as he overtakes Kerry Pattenden. What a first lap for Richard Oakes. Kerry Pattenden, Robert Stoltz, Robert Volt up to 7th place, Pat Fortune, Lucio Condi, and J.J. Zimmerman, your top 10. Followed by Rigo Picardi, D. Hines, Willem Stein, Bearded X Badass, Roy Cunningham O'Lear, Jesse Diekman's up 4 spots as well. Thomas Boris, Chris Stancer, Adrian Brood, Jos van de Velde, Idris Cahill, and I have good news. He's back. Steve Tetley is here.
Oh, my goodness. My little pony, apocalypse pony.
Hasn't left the pit lane yet, so whatever might be ailing him might still be a work in progress, figuring out what ails him. But hopefully,
He's fueling up on the blood of his enemies.
He's got pit anyways, though. That doesn't work. That has all the hallmarks, I think, of maybe some kind of hardware issue that he's trying to solve.
Yeah, it could be. Cahill's out on the track, I see.
Yep. Yeah, Cahill did join the race from the pit lane pretty much right away. I don't know why he abandoned his spot on the grid is all.
He's sandbagging. My vote is that Cahill will win the race. Just watch this.
We'll see. I mean, it could be the big plan. It could be the big one. But I don't know. If you're giving Caden Scott this much of a head start, I don't know if you're going to get him. So it is, it is a Ferrari 1-2 at the moment. Scott leading from Rallywell. Hagen in the Mustang in third place. And then it is the Porsche of Oakes and the Honda of Pattenden. Then it's another Ferrari of Robert Soul. So 3 Ferraris in the top 6. Then it is Volt's Porsche, the Lamborghini of Fortune, Condi's Porsche, and the Lamborghini of Zimmerman. That's your top 10.
See, this is just like the time I spotted my cousin. I spotted my cousin 10 kills on Halo, and then whooped his ass. This is just exactly the same thing that Cahill's doing.
I mean, that would imply that he actually qualified on pole. That's a Mike Stockmill thing to do, not a Ninjas Cahill thing to do.
Ye of little faith.
I'm just saying, Idris has not historically had that kind of pace. I was really happy to see him up in second place. Actually, it was a really big moment. Yellow flag for Jesse Diekman. Not sure why. Running alongside Adrian Marud, whose front end has become a little bit loose as he battles with the two Van Nel McLarens. We hope the Van Nel guys that got promoted to Server 1 are doing well. Go Tristan Akaloan. I should check out the standings at some point and see how they're doing. Oh! Beekman off the track. We'll lose 2 spots. Ends up behind Marud and teammate Van de Velde. The fix is in. The Van de Veldes are getting their teammates out of the way.
Hell yeah.
Next badass moving up a spot, overtaking Rigo Bacardi for 12th in the pecking order. And Marud is once again on the tail of, Van de Velde is on the tail of Marud. Marud, I think, is having some handling problems with that front end. Let's see if we can look at the driver view here. I need him out of the Variante here. Yeah, that wheel's a little off center. That car is not behaving itself all that well, and Jos Van de Velde will help himself to 17th place. Or 18th place, pardon me. Marud might want to consider an early pit stop. Because he is right now struggling. Steve Tetley has joined the race. Albeit a lap down. So the 808 Ross Racing. Pardon me, I always say Boss Racing for some reason. 808 Ross Racing car is going to have to make up some ground.
Because Ross the boss.
In the meantime, Thomas Boris is doing his Romulan cloaking device thing again. And it has moved up into 13th place. So that's going to be fun. It's going to drive me insane because the timing app is going to keep like removing him and putting him back in. Oh well. We deal with it as long as Thomas is being relatively safe. Ooh, Robert Stoltz is way off at Variante Villeneuve. What happened? Is this a self-inflicted mistake or is this something a little more... Oh, Lucio Conti joined with the wrong livery today. So Lucio Conti will be appearing differently in the replays than he looks here, because here he'll have the Bronze Age Racing livery. If I throw a replay out, oh no, it's not him. It's another Porsche. Robert Volt? Must be Robert Volt. By the way, Caden Scott went off the track while I was foolishly messing with the replay. Hopefully we can get a look at what happened there. Give me the full 30-second replay, please. And he's been knocked into a spin by Robert Volt. So let's see here. What happened to Caden Scott? He's in the lead. Going through Piratella. Just loses the back end. All right. And then a bit of a sloppy rejoin. And then Robert Volt's going to come along here and give him a nudge in Aqua Minerale, I think. No, you just lost it again. Never mind. Something's up with Caden Scott right now.
Too much motor oil in the tires.
He's gone from first place to battling with Rigo Bacardi. Which, no disrespect to Rigo Bacardi, but that is a downgrade. So that has handed the lead to Hobart Rallywell. Thomas Hagen, Richard Oakes, the championship leader, and Kerry Pattenden are the 4 cars making a bit of a getaway. Robert Volt, Pat Fortune, Lucio Condi, JJ Zimmerman, D. Hines, and Bearded X Badass. Now your top 10. We have a couple of cars out of place. Caden Scott, notably, but also Thomas Boris. And, of course, Idris Cahill is still on his roll from a pit lane start. He is up to 20th place ahead of Deepman and Tet. Rude is next on his list. Headed down to Variante Alta for the 5th time today. In anger, I should say. They've undoubtedly had... Oh. Never mind. Never mind. The O was a reaction to a Thomas Boris-caused timing glitch. Thomas, do not take this personally. But yes, your internet connection is driving me mildly insane right now. It is what it is. Like I said, as long as you're not causing, like, carnage, chaos, that kind of thing, and so far, that's not happened. You do you. But just know. My timing app will produce many ooh moments, and then it'll turn out to be absolutely. Heading down to Variante Tamburello is D. Hines, Bearded X Badass, Thomas Boris in close proximity, and the pole sitter Caden Scott coming up behind them as well. So I think this will be where the action will be for the foreseeable future. D. Hines is just like, let me out of this. I have no interest in fighting this. I am an iron driver. I am not supposed to be here. Please, gentlemen, go through. Overtake around the outside of Tosa. You don't see a lot of overtakes around the outside of Tosa where the car being overtaken is not, how shall I put this, cooperative with the overtake. Oh. Yellow flag out for Kerry Patton. What has happened to Kerry? That's Aqua Minerali that he is in his spot of trouble at. He's got no one behind him, so I'm suspecting this will be, yeah. This will be a self-induced spin. I've been there, Kerry. It's a tough turn. It's a tough turn. It's a lot of tough turns on this track.
Especially the left-hand ones.
Idris Cahill coming up to Chris Stancer. Going to make him his next victim in his comeback drive as they head through Variante Alta. I'm trying to think of like what corner I would consider easy, like outside of the full throttle, like not really corners like this one right here. Like that's easy. You just keep pressing the throttle and go through. Not everything here is like a oh my god I'm going to die corner, but like they are all very easy to have like high degrees of variances in. By the way, that's Robert. Oh, probably that's Willem Steinoff. What has happened to Stein? One of the Van Nels that him got into it coming out of Ravazza.
Also, I believe your pronunciation on that had been corrected.
Oh, Stain. Right. You're right. My apologies. It'll take a couple of streams before I think I have it like, you know.
It's going to take 200 years.
It will not take 200 years. It didn't take.
It's pronounced Hutchison.
Well, that was just me not seeing the. That was me seeing an extra N. Like that wasn't the pronunciation thing as much as just visual like visual hallucination. Yeah, the only names I can never grasp are the Chinese names. I mean, no disrespect to the highest populated country on the world. Oop, Idris Cahill is not happy with Chris Stancer. And ends up getting a little bump there through Variante Alta for his troubles. Idris, you're the one who started from the pit lane. I don't think you have the rights of flashy headlights right now. Roy Cunningham O'Lair is now on the tail of D Hines. And Chris Stancer's off. What happened, Chris?
Took too much of a wide stance.
Too much curve at the Ravaza? That's a bit of an odd one.
Woo!
I expected you to take a little more curve than that and to get a spin like that, but sometimes the car just unsettles. Our first pit stopper is Adrian Maru, which I did expect with that front end problem. Hobart Rallywell's lost the lead to Thomas Hagen, all the while we were messing with other stuff. Apologies, Thomas and Hobart. Your battle is very important. I do note that Hobart's current lap is invalid and quite bad, so I'm going to assume that he overshot a turn at some point. Pressure's on. Richard Oakes in third place in the background. Robert Volt, by the way, did not qualify in the top 10. He is running in fourth place. He's up 11 spots. He started in P15, Byron.
I mean, he's doing okay. He's doing pretty good.
It's not the only one. Richard Oakes started P11 and is up to P3. So big upgrade there.
I think what we need to do is we really need to hold Robert accountable. He's still not rocking the electric car.
It's true.
How's it gonna like? I mean, come on, man.
At least he should have a shocking livery, at the very least.
Something like that, like Metallica Ride the Lightning.
Yeah, that's what that works. I mean, if we're gonna go like cartoonish, you can go with Pikachu.
These are possible truths, or just a big electric eel, just thunk on the hood.
Or you could go with Spider-Man Shocker car.
That would be pretty cool.
I think that would look real good, actually.
Just gotta be a little careful about where you put them lightning bolts. You know what I'm saying?
Not wrong. Do Tampa Bay Lightning colors?
You could do that.
I like their uniforms. I don't like their team, but I like their uniforms.
I vote we ship the Lightning off to Cuba.
Rico Bacardi is off the track. This happened to the Nissan. I know we probably have one viewer who's very, very interested to know. Just got Variante Alta wrong. No shame, Mr. Bacardi. No shame. We've all been there. We've all been there. Hobart Rallywell and Thomas Hagen continue to battle. Hagen is really going pretty defensive here, trying to keep behind him. Which, I mean, it's obviously something he's more than entitled to do. But I would be more worried about, like, Caden Scott, who's down in 8th place right now, and I would just be trying to put the best laps I can possibly put in around this track right now, as opposed to especially worrying about the actual race lead position. But that's just me. Caden Scott, he is up on the tail of Lucio Condi. He's got Condi and Fortune ahead of him. Let's see how that goes. Also, Rallywell has a 5-second penalty in his pit stop. I really don't think Hagen should be predominantly focused on Rallywell. I think his fight is with other people.
His fight is with the gas pump.
Well, everyone's fight is with the gas pump, let's be honest. Idris Cahill has picked up a drive-through penalty, probably for some track limit abuse. Would be my guess. We'll have to serve that in the next 3 laps. I believe it's 3 anyways. If that has changed in ACC, please let me know in the chat. But it used to be 3. Chris Stancer off the track at Aqua Minerale. What has happened? Looks like he's just going to probably get a little too much curb again. Yeah, that rear end of his Ferrari seems very, very temperamental right now. We've seen him slide out a couple of times. Meantime, Hagen continues to make his car very wide, very forward, as they head down to Aqua Minerale. And then uphill to Variante Alta. Cahill's in
And
for
then
his
sit
drive-thru.
on. And you stop by Milano for a coffee?
The full name of the Imola circuit is Circuit Dino Ferrari, named after Dino Ferrari.
Ooh.
As Rally goes down the inside of Ravassa 1, cannot hold it, and Hagen will remain ahead. This is one of the many Ferrari-owned tracks in the world.
And yet they've never won a championship.
They won several.
The fix is in. They bought the track. They're paying the judges. I heard the Russian judge gave them 9.7.
Ferrari is probably the most successful car brand in all of racing. So.
Of course, they own all the tracks.
Whoa, Hagen off.
Oh boy.
Tried to defend a little too hard, going side by side there, and no shame on Rallywell. That was a clean overtake. Essentially, it was clean on his part. Richard Oakes moving up a spot. He probably would have preferred Hagen not go off the track though, because he wanted Hagen between him and Richard Oakes for championship purposes. Patton in on the comeback. Hondi and Fortune are, they've both been overtaken by Caden Scott, but they continue their battle for second place in the bronze race today. And behind them, that is Thomas Boris, who's in the top 10, and JJ Zimmerman's still in the top 10, so shout out JJ. Doing good today. JJ showed his one lap pace, but that's not new. He's done that. He's looking, I would say JJ is looking for a good, clean, full race. That's the goal. It's been hard for him to come by. Chris Stancer is our second pit stopper today. D. Hines appears to have had a problem. Looks like coming out of Aqua Minerale. Nothing too bad. He just took a little bit too much curb. He does have Beard X Badass and Jos van de Velde on his tail. Lucio Condi looking down the inside of Tamburello. That would be very, very brave. He does not do it. Or was that Villeneuve? No, it was Tamburello. It was right the first time. Need to trust my gut. I know these corners by heart when I'm on board, but when you're in the flyaway cam, sometimes they can look a little samey. Fastest lap of the race belongs to Caden Scott, 43.277. A couple of guys are in the same 43 ballpark. Rallywell, Kerry Patton in as well. And Thomas Hagen. Kind of thought there would be a larger list than that, but that's what we got. Yellow flag was out again for D. Hines. that, ooh, I think he's got a ping problem. Yeah. His car, I think he's got a ping problem. It's probably making it hard to drive. D, you need to yell at whoever in your house is downloading the porno.
Just play. Everybody's got Netflix going at the same time.
I have heard that during the middle of like an endurance race. Steve, my buddy Steve, is like, I'm coming to the pits. Why? My daughter's on the Netflix. I gotta go tell her to get off. So, impromptu driver swaps can happen in endurance racing as a result of family-related aggro.
Then the cast iron fire
spot here as well to Yas. Roy Cunningham O'Lair in the background as well. And actually Roy is going to take advantage of the off there and move up a spot. So BMW getting an opportunistic overtake in. Pat Fortune has lost a spot to Thomas Borst. We missed that off cam. But knowing Pat, he probably didn't fight for it too hard. We know Pat's been in for comments or for interviews in the past. We know he doesn't fight terribly hard against cars that are not in the same class as him. So I wouldn't say the Silvers get a free pass, but he's not too worried about the actual battle. So probably made that fairly easy for Fortune. For Boris, his concern is going to be Lucio Condi behind him. Speaking of overtakes, Robert Volt losing out to Kerry Pattenden. I suspect Volt's going to make a mistake here. Yeah, runs wide at Ravazza. And here comes the Honda. There he is. The Milwaukee Tools Honda picking up a spot. Well earned. Kerry's got good pace today. Just got to keep it on the track. Any other battles going on right now? Robert Stoltz in the pit lane. Down near the back. Stoltz has had a rough day. He got caught up in that first lap carnage. But he's got good pace. All he's got to do is figure out some things. Wow! Okay. I'm looking at the speed trap times, and normally the speed traps are pretty equal. Not today. Hobart Rallywell has been clocked at 266 kilometers through the speed trap. The next highest is 263. So there is a 3-kilometer difference. Richard Oakes into the pits. Russ Bucket making his way down. We should see a couple of pit stops in the near future. But Hobart Rallywell has got her trimmed out for straight line speed today. He fancies it. Oh. Well, we cursed him. As a little off at Variante Villeneuve, but Hagen's quite a ways behind him, so he'll retain the lead. That being said, that costs him big against Caden Scott, who I still think is the big worry, and obviously the pit stopping Richard Oakes. Although Oakes does not have great pace today. He's very consistent. The Rust Bucket do be consistent, but not necessarily fast. As Lucio Condi does overtake the stunt possum of Pat Fortune, but Fortune's not giving up. He wants to go side by side through Piratella. The inside line there is going to be the winner. And Condi is up into 7th place. 2nd place in the bronze category. Caden Scott is on the tail of Robert Volt. Looking to move up into 4th place. I still think Caden Scott is the man to beat right now. I know he's down in 5th place. He's not winning, but he had pole, and he's routinely got the fastest laps as Kerry Patton heads into the pit lane. And he doesn't have a success penalty to serve at his pit stop, so there's a lot of cards here going right for the Crazy Rabbit.
I think Idris Cahill is just biding his time.
That drive-through penalty hurt him. Also in the pit lane, Pat Fortune. And Scott got the overtake done. Bearded X Badass on the tail of JJ Zimmerman. Come on, JJ. Don't F up your race. The snake, yeah. On the tail of the bull.
Or bite him on the toe.
Idris Cahill in for his pit stop. Got a busy pit lane right now. Probably will be busy for the next minute or so. JJ makes that pretty easy. Next badass.
It's the Zimmerman.
No one sympathizes.
Has anybody actually tried to solve 4X?
I imagine somebody has tried. As Robert Volt heads into the pit lane. Somebody else is going through there. It looked like it was Thomas. Hey, oh no, it's a stunt possum car. That is that'd be Idris Cahill exiting the pit lane. So Rallywell leads from Hagen, Caden Scott, Thomas Boris up into 4th place. It's Condi, Bearded X Badass, Zimmerman, Roy Cunningham, O'Lear. And then right now it's the pit stop cars of Robert Volt and Jos van de Velde. We'll see if Rico Bacardi picks up spots on them or not. We have to get our obliged Zilla screen time. As Jesse Deacon has picked up a stop-go penalty for speeding the pit lanes. Rallywell continues to lead in the Red Bull Ferrari. Also the top 10 now, Willem Stain. I got it right that time.
Congratulations.
Kerry Patton has come out behind Robert Volt. So Volt's pit stop crew doing a better job than the Track Tool 97 crew. And Thomas Hagen heading over. Now the inside of Tosa. And it's hard to defend once the car gets down the inside of Tosa. That's keeping it around the outside is that's a challenge, and not one that Robert Volt is able to do against Kerry Patton. Zimmerman and Roy Cunningham O'Lear in the pits as well now. A couple of the top 10 in the pits. Picardi in as well. So we're still waiting on the top 5 plus Willem Stain. And Steve Tetley, who's, he's heading in the pits now. Top pit stopper is Richard Oakes in 7th place. And oh no! Thomas Hagen!
Oh, yes.
Stop go 30 for, I imagine, speeding in the pit lane.
Well, I mean, I'll let it go.
He was in for a shot at the win here today. That is gonna kill any hope of that. Unless a bunch of other people pick up drive-through penalties, I guess. At this point, the 417 crew is hoping for carnage.
As well am I.
That was a given. What you don't realize, racers, is that Byron secretly is casting all the bones right now for just all the misfortune.
I have casters cursed everyone for perpetuity.
It says knocking the volume down a little bit. Yeah, I think that fixes it.
Have you tried using wires?
It was just a little too loud. What happens with wires, too? For a change, you can't blame my wireless headset for this one.
Nope, totally blaming it. You're just not getting the full throughput that a wire could provide.
Jesse Diekman into the pits to serve his penalty. Thomas Hagen also into the pits to save his penalty. Bearded X Badass is in. Boris is in. Stain is in. So the pit stop weights are largely just Rowlywell, Scott, and Condi. Byron, the question of the race. Who's bringing home that Max Simmons award?
I believe that would be, let's see, eeny, meeny, miny, moe, probably Lucio.
Well, Rowlywell is in, so we're down to 2. It's either going to be Caden Scott or Lucio Condi. Scott's heading for another lap. Let's see if Condi goes in. Oh, Condi's in. Caden Scott.
Boo.
You are the winner of the Max Simmons Award for last pit stopper. See, what you all don't know is that Max Simmons is still ahead of all of you because he has yet to take a pit stop this season.
Correct.
He's going with the Maximus pit stop plan. So I've inputted you, by the way, into the Fight Masters standings for the last event. You got 5th place, so that's 10 points.
I am the best.
I do have bad news for you, though.
What that is?
You finished behind Brock.
Well, I mean, it's not my fault. He takes so many hallucinogens, he can probably see the future.
I'm pretty sure Brock's entire fight picking motto is, all right, I want a first round KO. How do I make the what fighter do I pick to try to make this happen?
Correct. I have 2 criteria. I picked the taller, younger fighter.
I am aware. Everybody's got their criteria. I figured out most people's. There's a couple of people I don't know. Like, I don't know what Lex picks based on. I really don't. I look at her picks and I'm just like, I've got nothing.
I actually do pick, like, unless I, whatever name value pops up, like, oh, okay, well, obviously this guy's going to beat that guy. Mm. But then, yeah, if I'm unfamiliar, I see which one's the taller fighter. And then I see if they, then I look at, like, what's their last, like, 5 or 6 fights. And then, oh, like, the taller guy's actually not good. Never mind.
I think most of the Fight Masters have a somewhat of a predictable thing. Eric loves wrestlers who scramble a lot.
Yeah.
So he is going to pick the guy who scrambles. Basically, Merab Dvalishvili is his hero. Good battle going on here for 8th place between Zimmerman, Fortune, and Jos van de Velde. Got all the mid-engine stuff here. 2 Lambos versus a McLaren. Almost an unholy alliance of the early 90s, because after McLaren lost Honda engines, Lamborghini was one of the candidates to replace the Hondas. They eventually went with Ford. And then
They didn't go with no Yamaha.
Drive-through penalty for Idris Cahill. I mean, you say this, but you realize Yamaha has actually been a Formula One engine supplier.
Oh, I didn't doubt that. I was just wondering if maybe
they supplied Tyrrell and Arrows during the 90s. And
see, Robert Volt could also get him a Honda. Or Yamaha. He just needs to get like the keyboard circuitry, and then he would be good to go.
The last time Yamaha was associated with F1 was 1997. The engine supplier for the Arrows team.
This took 13 motorbike engines and put them all in line.
JJ Zimmerman decides to duck out of the way for the battle for 3rd place in the bronze category. And also, there's a blue flag coming up for Caden Scott. Scott should probably pit soon. You are going to lose time working your way through traffic, even if the traffic is well behaved. What's his gap? 1.1 minute 6. What's the average pit time today? He's not gonna come out in the lead. Probably could come out in 3rd though. Probably could come out behind Oaks and Rallywell. Right now, he's very close to coming out in a battle with like Patented and Volt. And we'll keep an eye on that gap to see if it's growing or shrinking, because it's probably going to shrink. I would, if I were on the pit wall of the 211 car, I would be calling for a pit stop. That's what I'm saying. Coming through Ravazza now, I'd have him pit right now. And he's coming in. Look at that. I'm a genius.
The fix is in.
Like I said, he'll probably come out in 3rd place. It'll be interesting where he comes out in relation to Kerry Patton's Honda.
Mio out here corrupting the betting lines on pit stops.
Corrupting people with good pit stop advice? Thank you very much.
He's manipulating the market. I'm calling the FCC.
Roy Cunningham Olaire versus D. Hines. Battle for 2nd in iron right now, and 12th place overall. Now, of course, my calculations are all based on an average pit stop. Now, it could be that Caden Scott's crew is just really up to the task. And it looks like they were, because he is off and running. Richard Oakes is coming down the straight. He will overtake him. And I think Rallywell will too. This should get Scott out quite a bit ahead of Kerry Patton. I thought he'd be much closer to the Honda than that. He is out in 3rd place. All right, well, with a full pit stop run, time to go through some standings here.
I believe you will find that Mr. Cahill is now in 1st place.
Off 2 drive-thrus? I doubt it.
Wow, it's all part of the drama and the mystique. He's just building up to the big moment. No sense of drama.
We got a yellow flag out. Pat Fortune, Bearded X Badass, and JJ Zimmerman. What has happened? All right, 3 wide. They're coming up on one of the Van Nel cars.
Bumpy battle.
Yeah, Bearded gets the bump. Boom, boom. Bearded's going to collect JJ. That's not a good moment. It's not a good moment.
I thought it was very cinematic.
Robert Stoltz taking evasive action. Rough times. So, the silver championship right now would be Richard Oakes, who is in first place, leading by more. He'd be up 67-58 over Hobart Rallywell. Caden Scott would be up to third on 49, and then 41 for Hagen. And then there's quite a drop off to 28 points for Adrian Maroon. So this really would become more or less a 2-horse race for the championship.
I think they got more horsepower than that.
Oaks and Rallywell. D. Hines on the tail of Roy Cunningham Oler.
Mago, we talk about horsepower, we talk about donkey strength.
A little bit of both. There's definitely an element of donkey strength going on here. The bronze championship would be Lucio Condi, who is not winning today at the moment. Cross your fingers, cross your toes. But he would be up with 72 points, 55 for Jos van de Velde, 52 for Pat Fortune, 48 for Robert Stoltz, and 42 for Robert Volt. Finally, we have the iron. Just adding their stuff up right now. Okay, so Iron would be Steve Tetley, despite starting for the pit lane today, and slowly making up ground. He's overtaken Jesse Diekman. He would be in the lead with 60 points, 48 for Roy Cunningham O'Lair. It's really those two way out in front at this point. But the third place battle is interesting. Willem Stain on 34, 32 for Matthew East, 30 for Krakich. Pardon me. Rico Bacardi and JJ Zimmerman are popping up quite high, actually. So Zimmerman would be third on 42. Bacardi fourth on 36. 34 for Stain. 32 for Matthew East and D. Hines. 30 for Stipo Krakich. And 24 for Hugo Grippin. So very big battle there. That'd be 14 for Stancer, 9 for Diekman, 3 for Bert Toaster, and JT, who has not shown up yet, on 0. Stoltz overtaking Pat Fortune. We also got Rallywell right up on the tail of Richard Oakes. Richard Oakes has not had the pace today. He's just had the consistency. We'll see if Rallywell can get up ahead of him.
What if the rust buckets just starts have parts falling off and wipes out Hobart?
Well, then Caden Scott would take the lead.
I suppose.
Side by side through Tamburello. And Rallywell's got the overtake around the outside of Tamburello. Holy moly. That's a brave move. It's a brave move. Speaking of Caden Scott, he's about 6 seconds behind and lapping about a half second quicker than the 2 cars ahead of him. So give him... It's going to be close, because he's at that rate he needs 12 laps, and he's probably not going to get there. JJ Zimmerman has... JJ? What's up, JJ? just kind of stopped at Ravazza. What happened?
Had to get him a corn dog.
I'm confused. I don't understand.
That looks like a hardware problem.
Could be. Could be. He is rolling again, though, so whatever it is, it was temporary. So top 10, we got Rallywell leading from Oaks, Scott, Patton, Volt, Boris, Condi, Van de Velde, Zimmerman, and Cunningham O'Lear. In the silver category, or the bronze category, it is Volt leading Condi, Van de Velde, Stoltz, and Fortune. In the iron category, it is Zimmerman ahead of Cunningham O'Lear, Hines, Bacardi, and Stain. Cunningham O'Lear going for the lead now, as we've seen Zimmerman have some problems. Both self-inflicted, in the case of whatever was going on with at Ravazza, and also the actions of other people, that 3 wide going into Tamburello. Get on board with him real quick here. How's the car handling? Car looks okay. Car looks okay. Heading down to Variante Alta. Oh, pardon me, we're not at Variante Alta. My bad. This is Ravazza. I should have known that. Alta's uphill. The approach to Alta's uphill. Ravazza's downhill. That was embarrassing.
Is that what those things literally mean in Italian?
No.
Do they mean weird things about pasta?
I don't know what they mean. Ravazza, I'm pretty sure, is just named after... I'm pretty sure Ravazza's just named after somebody.
Probably a Ferrari.
So Zimmerman indeed loses the spot there. Well, hang on. Let's get Google Translate on the job. Alta does mean high, so... Well, there you go.
Very nice.
Ravazza has no English translation, so I'm going to go with that one's somebody's name.
Either that or a horrible slang term for something that we don't want translated.
True. Bearded X Badass went off the track while I was wasting time with that.
Knowledge is never a waste of time. Unless, of course, it is.
You are correct. Technically correct. The best kind of correct. Let's see, who's got the fastest laps here? Caden Scott is the fastest in the silver category. In bronze, it would be... Jos van de Velde. Why am I not shocked?
Because you are well-grounded.
In the iron category, your fastest lap is, I'm guessing, probably Zimmerman. Yeah, by a pretty good margin. No, Cunningham O'Lear's within 0.3 of him. Gonna be life yet. Bearded X Badass overtakes Roy Cunningham O'Lear. Roy did not particularly fight that. He said, "My name is Roy," and Roy has done this. The gap is closing. Caden Scott is on the tail of your boy Richard Oakes, as Riga Bacardi goes wide there and loses a spot to Willem Stain as a result. That was an awkward double blue flag scenario. really any battles going on right now. But we do have the charge of your boy Caden Scott. With 7 minutes and change to go, he is 2.2 behind Richard Oakes and 6 seconds off the lead. He needs to come up with a second a lap if he wants to get this win. But it's not off the table. Rallywell has won previously this season. He won at the season opener at Silverstone. Richard Oakes, of course, was the winner at Spa. Scott has yet to win. His best result being second place at Spa. He's looking equal here. Bacardi up on the butt of Stain. And that is Kerry Pattenden coming to lap them. And one of the Van Nels up ahead. Bacardi down the inside. That'll be the overtake heading into Tamburello.
See.
Kerry Pattenden's like, I'm trying to... Oh, contact! Jesse Diekman in the wall. That's not good driving by Willem Stain. And Kerry Pattenden gives him a little shove.
As well he should.
I don't know if that was meant to be justice for Diekman. But he did give Stain a bit of a shove after watching him put someone in the wall. Thomas Hagen on the tail of Pat Fortune. Again, I suspect Pat will probably not fight this too hard. He's definitely going to feel like his battle is with the car two cars up ahead there. That's Robert Stoltz. Ferrari. One, because Lamborghini v Ferrari is a thing. But two, they're actually in the same class. Hagen is a silver driver who's had a bit of a miserable day due to a drive-through penalty. It's limited him for what honestly probably looked like a surefire podium. Because he's routinely had the pace to keep with Rallywell and outdo Richard Oakes.
That's probably impossible. Richard Oakes is the finest of drivers.
He is a fine driver and he's been incredibly consistent today, but he's not been fast.
I mean, he is driving a Volkswagen.
He's up behind. I mean, like, case in point, though, here, if anybody ever needed, like, an example of why consistency is important and why just straight up speed, while important, is not the be-all, end-all. Richard Oakes is actually, in terms of fastest lap, one of the slowest silver drivers out there today. He's putting up more like bronze times. That being said, he's in second place. So that consistency definitely pays off.
The mighty Volkswagen strikes fear into the hearts of other competitors.
For example, Hobart Rallywell's about a half second faster. Caden Scott's got a full second on him. Kerry Pattenden's got 0.6 of a second on him. He's about the same pace as Boris. Bearded X Badass has got easily 0.2 on him. Hagen's got 0.4 on him. Marood's having a horrible day. And Idris Cahill's about the same pace. So, like, case in point, there's only one silver driver out there today that is, like, properly slower than Oakes. That would be Adrian Marood. He's having just a horrible day. Might have had a permanent damage off of the first lap because Marood got caught up in the carnage, and from that point onwards, it's been rough times. But, like, case in point, who's in second place? It's the Rust Bucket. Who's got 2 thumbs, presumably, and isn't very fast around Imola, but is in second place? Richard Oakes.
It's really easy. All you do is you cut every corner.
No, that's the way to get drive-through penalty real quick.
Oh, whatever. Those are optional.
It's really not. Black flags are not optional, Byron.
Drive-through penalty. We didn't get any fries.
Thomas Boris catching up with Robert Volt. Again, not a battle between guys in the same class. So not super important. Really, the interesting battle is Scott versus Oaks here for second place. One, it's for second place, but two, it has real championship implications because right now, as it stands, Rallywell has closed the gap to 5 points between him and Oaks. If Scott overtakes Oaks, that would close to 3 points. We have a late pit stop from Jos van de Velde. Yellow flag for Idris Cahill. Looks like he's going to get Aqua Minerale wrong. Running behind race leader Hobart Rallywell. Picks up a little too much of the curb. And spins it around.
Right, man. The leader is on
And
the
returns to the pits. That feels like a little bit of a rage quit, probably.
A little park because of perturbation.
A little bit. Boris going down the inside of Robert Volt. If I'm Volt, I don't honestly fight this. This is a silver versus bronze matchup. Volt is on pace for a win in the bronze category, which is the first person not named Lucio Condi to take a win this season. So I would not test this, particularly given that Boris's internet connection has historically not been the most reliable thing on the planet. It's kind of like tangoing with Ariel Zatoni, to give an ESR reference. You trust Ariel, you really do. You don't trust his internet.
These are correct statements. R.I.P. Argentina.
I would have used Roby Bartz, but let's be honest, the internet is not the full scope of that problem.
Yeah. There's other things that work there.
Romy Bartz is the equivalent of the medieval knight who uses a morning star. Aqua Minerale proves to be the answer. Caden Scott moving up a spot. That narrows the gap between Oaks and Rallywell to 3 points. This championship is getting interesting. We also got a battle between Marood and Bacardi, but that's not nearly as important as what we're watching right now. Apologies to Marood and Bacardi, but they're not in the same category. is what it comes down to. Hobart Rallywell is your winner. He has taken the checkered flag. Scott will hang on for second place, ahead of Richard Oakes. Fourth place going to Kerry Pattinen. He had a good day. Had that one off, but that was about it. Robert Volt will pick up fifth and a win in the bronze category, ahead of Thomas Boris. Lucio Condi coming home seventh overall, second in category. Had a good day. Volt, I think, did Volt steal the fastest lap? He did. Oh, maybe not. Hang on. Where is Jos? Because Jos is the one that had it. Jos has left the server. I will not be able to accurately get the fastest lap in, but I think Volt might have stolen it at the end. Bearded X Badass coming across the line. Roy Cunningham Allaire. Very solid day for him. A win in the iron category. I'm going to say it, though. It feels like J.J. Zimmerman probably deserved the win today. He drove a phenomenal race. He had the pace. He got caught up in a mess of somebody else's creation. And we'll kind of leave it at that. Pat Fortune, Robert Stoltz. And the last person we're going to see is the guy who started for the pit lane today, Steve Tetley. Tetley made the best out of a bad situation, managed to overtake Diekman, picks up a 7th place in class today. Probably will be his drop score at the end of the season. And that's about it. So championship run down, as far as I can tell. Again, I don't necessarily have accurate figures. They're subject to change. For example, Willem Stain lost some points from what I calculated for him last round. 63 points for Richard Oakes, 60 for Hobart Rallywell, 52 for Caden Scott, 41 for Thomas Hagen, 28 for Adrian Maru. That's your iron top or your silver top 5. The bronze top 5 would be 72 points for Roy Cunningham or for Lucio Condi, 56 for Jos van de Velde, 50 each for Pat Fortune and Robert Stoltz, and 42 for Robert Volt, who was today's winner. And then down in the iron category, it's 60 for Steve Tetley, 50 for Roy Cunningham O'Lear, 41 for J.J. Zimmerman, 36 for Rigo Bacardi, and 34 for Willem Stain. I'm not quite sure what you mean there, Roxanne.
I don't know either. I believe you made some flippant remark about Mr. Stain
Well,
being a
Stain
horrible
did.
person.
No, Stain did have that one moment where he gave a shove to. I'm blanking on who it was.
I don't know.
There was a blue flag deal where he kind of gave someone a shunt off. Other than that, I thought Stain had a good race. But there was that one moment. Though to be clear, if we were making a list of people in this race who didn't have a single moment of weirdness, of questionality, it would probably be a very, very, very short list. Trying to think here. Who had a completely clean race today? It's Imola. Doesn't generally happen. I mean, Richard Oakes had a very, very clean race today. So it was Richard Oakes. There was we didn't see Condi get up to anything bad. So Condi gets a clean bill of health, as far as we can tell. As far as we could tell, it was a clean day for Robert Volt as well. And other than that, Roy Cunningham Oler. That's probably the entire list, to be honest. Of people we did not see F up today. That is the entire list. Well, we didn't see Steve Tetley. We didn't see Steve Tetley F up outside of whatever happened at the start. But like we also didn't watch him. Like at all. You can move to a different series of one. If what I say offends you, then like grow a thicker skin. Like I'm sorry, but that's what it comes down to.
What?
Somebody is saying that they're going to move to a different series if he's being called a bad driver.
Oh.
We see what we see. We don't necessarily see the whole thing, obviously. We're not watching everybody's race minute to minute to minute to minute to minute. We have to follow everything. We see what we see. We call it as it is. And that's really all there is to it. Frankly, what I think about your driving is unimportant. It's what the stewards think about your driving that is important. They actually they put the time into actually judging. We watch the race as it's happening. Like for example, I'm trying to think of a good example here. Well, Steve Tetley was a great example. We basically didn't watch his race at all today. So, as far as we know, he had a clean day. He also could have put everyone in the wall. We just saw none of it.
Did not come up on the director.
But if you're saying that you got brake tested and that's why the contact happened, that's what the contact happened. It's not a problem. But everybody when you rear end someone, it's always going to look like your fault on the like live view. Because we're not slowing it down. We're not figuring out, okay, this person should be braking at 75 meters. They're braking at 100 meters. This is a brake check, blah, blah, blah. We don't have that time. We'd be breaking that down for like 15 minutes while the race is going on. That's not happening. Let's see if anybody joins us for an interview today. No one yet. Also just checking in the chat to see if there's anything to address. It's largely just a lot of like hand slapping high fives right now.
I'm glad handing in the hot dog.
A little bit. Unfortunate news. We were supposed to have Nathan B today.
Oh.
Nathan B apparently was not added to the entry list in time. So he signed up yesterday and was unable to get in today. Ooh.
Well, that sucks. And JT didn't show up at all.
No JT.
Maggle, I went down a weird rabbit hole the other day because I knew that, Django Unchained, I knew that there were former Django movies and like spaghetti westerns. That's where the name came from. And that's where in Django Unchained, he runs into the guy at the bar and he asks him to spell Django and says the D is silent. And the guy's like, I know. That guy was the original Django. So I looked it up. I assumed you were, but I explained to a lot of people. So the rabbit hole I went down is I wanted to know if there were more movies, and there were. There is a direct sequel, but there's also more than 30 unofficial sequels where people grabbed the name and just ran with it. So that's kind of wild.
Fun.
A lot of them came out in 1967, the year after the original movie.
Makes sense. That would be the point where the IP would have been at its hottest.
I suppose so.
Oh, we have somebody in the audience. We have Lucio Condi, second place finisher today. Lucio, how does it feel?
Hello.
How's that second step of the podium feel? I know it's unfamiliar territory.
Yeah. It's the only race in the season that I will not win, so now it's out of the way. And it was the fights in bronze are getting fierce. I had the smallest of contacts with Josh in lap one, but like he ended up spinning, and I think it might have ruined his race. Sorry for that. And then I also had contact with Pat. He was making his car really wide. There was no way past. And it was a bit scrappy there. But overall, a good race, and congrats to Robert Bolt, who won in bronze.
Indeed. You still have the formidable championship lead of 16 points, 72 to 56, heading into the final three races.
Yeah, that's good, I think. I will not be for the last race, so I need to try and grab the title before that.
Well, we do have a drop race, so missing one is, I've always said it. Attending all of the races is your best bet, but we do have that drop round, just for such an occasion that somebody cannot make a race during the calendar.
Yep. Well, not much to say from my side, unless you have any questions.
Not really. We didn't see a ton of your race today. There were a lot of very fierce battles going on that kind of kept our attention. So as a result, I would say our questions are more for other people.
Copy that. I'll leave you to it then.
Alrighty. Thank you, Lucio. Good luck on the next one.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
All right, we got Steve and Yoss here. If one of you wants... Oh, there we go. Steve's hand is up. I was going to say. The hands. Steve!
Oh,
We have
dear me.
we have the
What
we have the obvious question of what was up at the start.
Right, so my PC, I do all the penalties, and the penalties were going a bit weird. I've got a script that runs, so my ACC was like, yeah, it had it. I always have the problem at Imola, no other track, Imola, and I was umming and ahhing about restarting during quali. But yeah, I waited to the warm-up lap, and then I ended up restarting my PC, and then had the 1 minute 30 wait time. So yeah, my race was over from from when I joined, really.
Oh. Well, he didn't see much race. I do wonder, because Imola was part of its own DLC. I wonder if maybe there's something in the DLC that is not quite correct.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I've had it when it's transitioned from day to night, and whether the visuals or graphics or whatever. But I have a very specific sort of low graphics setting, so I know it's not that. I mean, it was fine when I joined. You know, the race was fine, but yeah, I was a lap down all race. So yeah, I think I got one place.
Well, I mean, you got 7th place out there today. That's 6 points. 6 points is 6 points.
Yeah, true. I'm not I'm missing the next race though, so I know there's not a race next week, but the week after I'm away, so I've only got 2 races to go, so I think it's going to be quite tight.
You've got a 10-point cushion over Roy Cunningham O'Lair. So
that's nothing.
I mean, that's a 5th place. That's a 5th place. That's not nothing.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. It makes it interesting anyway. So yeah, it's all practice. It's all practice, I guess.
Plus, it's the first time all season Roy has beaten you in a race, so you know there is that.
Yeah, well, has to come sometime, doesn't it? But yeah, congrats on that. So yeah, onward and slowly upward, hopefully. So yeah, last 2 races, and we'll see. I do like the mixed race at the end, though. That tends to be my
mixed race conditions are definitely one that rewards the technical drivers who could react to.
Yeah, so we'll see. Now I've said that, I'll probably have PC problems again and have to start from the back.
Well, it's not Imola though. It's not Imola.
That's true. So yeah, thank you for the stream, and I'll catch you guys in a couple of weeks' time.
No problem.
Cheers, bye.
Have a good one. We have next up Jos van de Velde.
Good evening, guys. Hello.
Good day.
So,
I'm here. I'm
just
here.
refreshing myself. You got 3rd place today in class. Still 2nd in the championship, albeit quite a ways behind Lucio. But the door is not closed. 3 rounds to go. There's still time to make up a gap of what is it? 16 points.
Never mind. Dit was fun race, was it? For you to watch.
Oh, it was a fun
Wasn't
day.
it?
It was a fun day.
Yeah. I had such a nice start, but Lucio touched me just a little. And then I ended up last. And I came quite good through the field. It was very good racing. Maybe 2 rounds too long on the tires. I started to sliding. I saw it on my times. And then something happened. I don't know what, but I came 3 liters of gas short. In the last, round.
Was the pit stop there at the end?
Yeah, but I had 60-50, so I don't know what was wrong. I made it up 60-50. I'm sure it was when I started. I didn't change anything, so I don't know. But I came 1 round short. Yeah, so I had to pit. That's it.
Well, it happens. There's always been
because there were 10 minutes to go. Lucio were on, 9 seconds, 8 seconds. I was a second around quicker than him, So I thought maybe I can kiss his bumper at the finish line, but no, I was short. Yeah, what can you do?
Gotta make sure the gas is right. So that's why I have a little spreadsheet
Oh
macro
yeah.
that
Oh,
figures
yeah.
out the gas for me.
Yeah, I must have done something wrong. Otherwise, it never happened before. But this was the first, and in this race, yeah, it's a shame. But okay, it's yeah. I had a nice fight with Pat Fortune, and Pat made a mistake up down in the corner, and then we touched each other. But I don't think he went off. I could not see that. I don't know if you could see it. Was a nice battle.
I think we saw that part of it. We did see a fair bit of you battling with Pat.
Yeah.
There was a couple of offs for Pat. He had a rough day today. He had a rough day.
Yeah. Yeah, we will see. So, points, 16 points, you say, but now, this time, no 10 seconds, no 30 seconds, no drive-through. So, what you told before we started the race, take it back, please.
It's so true. It doesn't have to happen every race.
No, you have to make it clean now. Come on. I want to hear it.
Yas did not pick up a penalty today.
Yeah, okay.
He got through clean.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually,
nice.
that is actually a pretty good achievement because honestly, at Imola, there's a lot of drive-through penalties. We saw 4 today. I want to say for track limit abuse, and there was a couple of speeding in the pit lane penalties, 2 or 3 as well. So actually, good job.
Okay. Yeah.
It's definitely a track that breeds that kind of thing because obviously Tamburello, Villeneuve, Alta, Aqua Minerale, these are all very easy places to get track cut penalties. And the pit lane is obviously a bit of a rough one because of the sudden braking you have to do into the pit lane off of where Variante Bassi used to be. People do actually mess that up a bit. So actually, it is a legitimate, pretty cool day not to pick up a penalty at Imola.
Well, because of you mentioned it before the race, I was extra sharp.
See, now I don't know why you want me to take it back. You want me to make a big deal of it, then you remember.
And I wanted to come in to speak to you. So, yeah, it was a nice thing. Okay. Well, I'm done for this one.
Have a good day.
Thank you very much for your time again, and till the next race.
And we'll see you next time. Next
Yes.
up, we
Bye-bye.
have the man who was leading the iron category for most of the day, and it came undone towards the end. JJ Zimmerman of the Track 2 Lamborghini team. You were on the commentary interview section. Tell us about your race.
Hello. Well,
Good
Fast
day.
lap, pole, second place. You find yourself third in the standings, 19 points off of the lead. But we do know Steve Tetley is going to miss a race, so give us the lowdown. What are you hoping for in the last 3 here?
I'm hoping, of course, for lots of points to Tetley. I mean, sad for him that he cannot make the race. I mean, best of wishes to him. I hope he makes up for that in the other races. So I have a bit to fight for. I mean, like you said, he won and I won all the day. I don't know how it happened, but in the last corner, I had a finger slip. I wanted to press the button to talk in Discord, but I pressed the engine off button. And
we were wondering about that.
yeah, I was wondering too. But I didn't just not turn off the engine. I turned off the full-on motor, so I had to come to a complete standstill and turn the car on completely again, which killed my concentration. And eventually, Roy passed me. I mean, it's not that many points. It's 2 points that I lost, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm happy for his 2 points. I'm, of course, not happy about losing those 2 points, but shit happens. And next race, he won the whole race. Let's see.
That would be nice. Let's see, what is the next track? Oh,
Barcelona, I think.
Barcelona in the wet. How's the wet weather driving, JJ? Give us the lowdown.
I can keep the car under control, so I believe can make up some ground there.
All right, we'll see. We'll see how bad that is. We'll see what happens. If I recall correctly, the Lambo is one of the cars I found the better in the rain than most.
Yeah, it is. It is drivable.
So
I believe.
that works out.
I believe actually the more interesting part about this race was actually my incidents with Bearded Express and Pet Fortune, which I believe you have caught on stream as well.
Yeah, the 3 wide into Tamburello that ended in horrible carnage.
I
That was fun.
I did back out of it already, but I don't know. Bearded Express somewhat clipped my car, and then we couldn't keep it under control.
Yeah, I would have to say that if I'm apportioning blame from the live on that one, it is on Bearden. So I guess you get to feel a little better for that.
It's a bad incident. I mean,
although who knows?
Had
It's for the stewards to examine and have the final say on. Because they get the time to break it down and look at it from different angles, whereas we get like 2 looks at it tops.
Yeah. We trust in them to make a good decision. And I think that's a good note to end it for me. Thank you all for hosting and watching, and I'll leave the stage to the next one.
All right. Next up, we have today's bronze winner, Robert Volt. Robert, tell us about your victory.
Although most of it was pretty much the whole being lucky about the restart, and then the rest was just vibing.
Hey, that's the best way to win.
Yep, and I'm so grateful that I was just smart enough to be like, it is hot as shit, and I already have issues with the rear slipping out. I don't know, I'll just delete, in practical terms, just delete the rear anti-roll bar, and hey, it worked, kind of.
Definitely were a number of cars we saw slide out there today with the rear ends. That's for sure. We saw some weird places for cars to spin, but the hot track would be a potential candidate for the cause there.
Yeah, I can tell you with certainty that it was hot as shit, and it was also I feel that it was the main culprit of slippery slidely.
Definitely happens. Definitely, we saw some drivers who we generally think pretty highly of their car control, having not even in the usual places, like not even in like Tamburello or Villeneuve, but like just kind of like pushing their car out a little bit wide through like Piratella and going
Yeah, I was.
God, don't normally see a car go off there, but okay.
Yeah, I will also say that I did open up the brake ducts as much as I could in logical terms, and still had issues with overheating.
Yeah.
So although I was using Porsche, which is also just notorious for overheating the rear to some degree, and I still had 100 degrees. Yeah, also killing people, but we don't talk about that. But yeah, I was still having like 90-degree fronts and then almost 110 rears. So yikes.
Yeah, it's a bit of an imbalance that definitely would make driving the car an interesting feat for sure.
Yeah, and I do also know that Adrian had a lot of issues with it as well, because, guess what? Everyone had issues with too hot tires.
Oh. Normally, it's not the backs that you have to worry about that with, but definitely makes for an interesting drive and explains a lot of the uncharacteristic mistakes we saw today.
Yeah. in some ways, I would almost compare it to a wet racing, considering how the car actually behaved. In some sense, I know it's not.
That's true.
Yeah, I know it's not the perfect comparison to do, but it's the best I can do.
That lack of solid connection with the ground. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. And then also the tire rear just suddenly like, I don't want to exist anymore.
we did definitely see that happen a couple times.
Here and there, no big deal.
The tires would like the rear tires would like to give their 2-turn notice that they are quitting on the race.
Yeah, pretty fucking much. Unfortunately, I didn't drive a front-engine car in these conditions, so I can't really say about the 90% of drivers. But
well, the front engine guys definitely had a little bit less in the way of uncharacteristic spins. I would say the mid engines had more of a problem, which makes sense.
Yeah,
because rear tire problems are going to inevitably impact a car that is mid-engined or rear-engined more so than the front-engine cars.
Yeah, because they have to work more.
Mm-hmm. Mind you, the opposite is true when there's when on tracks that are front limited.
So yeah, I was mildly impressed by my own feats, but yeah.
Yeah, no, you were up there. You were up there the whole time. You were lapping around silver guys for most of the race. Very solid outing.
Oh. But yeah,
you are still behind your fellow Robert, though. So you by Highlander rules, you are still losing.
Oh no!
There could be only one.
I have to crash him out. No.
Oh, I mean, you got a bit lucky for him. He had an unlucky day. I was hoping he would come in for an interview because he qualified real well. Like he looked like he was going to be sharp end. Like definitely in for a possible win today in the silver or in the bronze category. Pardon me. So used to the fact you guys have the silver number plates. It's going to keep happening. But yeah, he looked like he was going to be in for a shot at the victory, and then he got taken out on lap 1 along with a number of other cars. I don't think it was his fault. I can't remember that far back now with clarity, but I don't think it was his fault.
They all say.
And then he just kind of vanished. He just never really recovered from that, it seemed. So
yeah,
I was going to ask him if there was something wrong with the car for the remainder of the race. I assume Adrian had something wrong with his car because after the lap 1 carnage, he just never found. Like he was driving iron laps out there, which seems unlikely.
That's the issue. Was that he had to pit for repairs because he had to keep his steering wheel at the what was
we saw that
45-degree angle. Yeah, and after that he was just completely into like, yeah, fuck it, I just have to drive like it's an endurance race, because even though he drove like an iron driver, he still had the issues with tires just going bonjour and bye-bye at the end. So yeah,
well, certainly
in his defense, it was
throws,
annoying.
Certainly a race that posed an interesting challenge for the field.
Yeah, most definitely.
We have Roy Cunningham Oler in the audience. Roy, if you want to come up on the stage, you have to do the raise your hand thing. And then I can acknowledge. There we go. We got there.
Yep, and I will leave you guys to it then.
Alrighty. Thank you for your time, Robert. Roy Cunningham Oler, aka RCO, as we refer to you for short form in the race. You are a winner today. I believe this is your first win in the Evolution Racing Academy. And tell us how you feel.
Yes, sir, man. In the words of Mike Joy, have you ever? My God, I don't know what to say, man. My goodness, I've been trying to work my butt off having to get this thing here going. Man, I think I got lucky having to go this one because I know Steve had had to take care of some admin things, and JJ had that engine problem, having to shut it down somewhere, and I don't know how. I don't know how he did it. I'm absolutely beside myself that I just got that lucky having to win in class right now. I'm absolutely beside myself. My goodness.
Hey, everyone needs a little bit of luck sometimes. You got to be there to take advantage when the luck shines on you.
Absolutely, man. I just got to thank Christian Fangler having put on a great series, of course. You guys, Giannis and Mira Head. Thank you for having to have this whole thing live stream and everything, and it's just absolutely incredible. Good racing all around. Golly.
Well, we're happy to do it. It's a fun time. So I've got you in second place in the championship, albeit a fair bit behind Steve. But Steve is missing a race, so if you can get a good result out of the upcoming race at Barcelona, things could get real interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I know Barcelona having to come up, and I know it's supposed to be wet track and all that. We'll see how we do. I mean, wet track, just about everybody's having to be on par. So, I mean, I know that I'm not the greatest skilled wet weather driver. I mean, I ain't no Schumacher or Senna. I can tell you that much right here, right now. But I mean, yeah, we'll see how we do. I mean, good BMW M3s having to do everything we can to, get good traction and everything else around Barcelona.
Well, good luck with that, and we look forward to seeing you hopefully liven up the championship a little bit more. It got a little lively today. If you guys can capitalize on Steve's absence at Barcelona, it becomes real interesting.
Fair enough. I hope we can actually do something. Barcelona difficult track, and well, hey, we'll see what we do.
Alrighty. Just going to take a look at the chat and see if there's anything to discuss. Adrian bemoaning his horrible race. It happened.
Anyways, once again, I appreciate you guys having to do this all over live stream sort of thing, and much appreciated. Good racing all the way around, especially day there earlier in the race. So appreciate everybody. Appreciate all you guys. Thank you so much for everything. Y'all have a good one, all right?
Have a good one, boss.
Our pleasure.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. I think that basically covers it all. Looking at the server 2 chat, there's some conversation about the disaster of the badass Fortune Zimmerman contact, but
just a nice friendly game of ping pong.
Yeah, one of the stewards is having a look at it, so that'll be dealt with. That's good, and yeah. So look, okay. So Bearded X Badass. Well, I guess because we talked about it on stream, we should probably try to at least keep somewhat up to date. Bearded X Badass believes he got hit in the back quarter panel and started to oscillate the steering, and then he tagged someone. He says he'll take the blame. He should have let off, but doesn't know if it would have helped. So we missed something that unsettled Bearded's car on the live. Because to us, it just looked like Bearded took out Zimmerman, but it would appear that something happened before that.
I believe it was a nuclear explosion.
I believe the chain of events that is being suggested at the moment is that there was Pat is claiming there was contact between Zimmerman and Badass. That unsettled Badass's car, and then Badass murdered Zimmerman unintentionally. So there are fingers being pointed, and I'm sure there will be a stewarding decision. But everyone is being pretty mature about it. So that's good. All right. Any final thoughts, Mr. Byron, before we enjoy a week off and then off to the wet weather of Barcelona?
Wet weather in Barcelona. That's not supposed to happen.
Rain in Spain.
The rain in Spain falls mainly on a guy named Wayne.
All right, with that, we'll see you in 2 weeks, everybody.